Okay, people, how we doing out there? First things first, my name's Kenneth Ware. My company is Black Series Edition LLC. Crystal Edge Technology Screens and our FLEVT company. Define hitter. Yeah, are you kidding me? Like, seriously? How would I define the header? Alright, we're not doing this. This is just way too much work. I'll get to that later. It's just a minute. Define header. Oh. Alright, I don't even bother with this. It's just gonna be too much work for me right now. I got way too much work to think about that right now. There's no way anywhere we can do this over the weekend, like literally. So this is something new they got on the site. They scan your entire website to see what parts need to be fixed. So this is some of the stuff they're requesting. It's easy. It's something where they basically want you to describe each item that you have on the site. So I got to go through a detail on that. Oh, gee whiz, if I can do this on both sites. Oh, that's just so much fun. All right, so basically, see, this is the reason why out in the park, when I allow people to communicate, and when I sit there and make a statement, because people will sit there and say, "Oh, you think you're better than everybody." No, it's not that. I told you that there are people in the field that are not professional. Those are the unprofessional ones that came into the channel. There you go. Now you get a chance to see them for who and what they are. There you go. There's a reason why we got a different way we need to travel. When I go to forum sites, we don't talk about them. We never talk about them. They talk about all the high grade screens. That's what everybody talks about. You know, that's what they talk about in the day. They don't come up at all, period. So, you know, to basically involve ourselves and interact with them in a way of even mention them in videos is just a bad idea. It makes me look bad, and it then affiliates to people going, well, who's that? And they go back and see the mess these guys do. We don't want to be affiliated with that mess. We'll handle it in court. As I said before, anything you got to say in that chat room, we'll talk about it in court. We know where you live at. We know your first and last names now. We know who you are. So it's not hard. But for us on our end, on what we have to do, I got to push some stuff back because literally I can't do it. It's virtually impossible. There is no way in the world between all the testing I have to do. See, they don't. Well, there you go. I caught myself before I was about to say about it. They don't. Who cares that they don't? We got things we got to do. We got to move forward. So everything we do requires testing, and testing takes a lot of time. So with that being said, some things have to go back, and we can wait until next year. We'll upgrade them to something cool with something added to it. We just can't do it right now. Ad tech is definitely going to be displayed. It's a major part of our technology. So I already have investors coming down to look at that. There's no way out of that situation at all, period. And I don't want to be out of the situation. Besides, they can't order ad tech until we finish some documents and paperwork we need, but they are going to put their pre-orders up for the technology. So that's already a paid item right from the door. The spray-on application for inflatable screens, I'm pushing it back. It's just we got too much work. Too much work. There's no way in the world I'm going to be able to complete that. That's impossible. It's impossible. It's just we got too much to do. I'm trying to figure out what the heck can we get around this right here. All right, I don't want to do this. All right, can I get out of that? Yeah, I can get out of that. Cool. I don't want to do that yet. All right, so some things we're just gonna keep because, like I said, the acoustic screens are coated screens, are front and rear weatherproof screens. The Eclipse, we're keeping that. That screen's a beast. We're just gonna make a bigger version of it, which is a 150-inch version of it. Definitely gonna do that. As for the application we made for spraying on for inflatable screens and all that stuff, no, we're not doing that. We got to push that one back. I don't have the time to test that thing out. I really don't. Let me see. Going to the black shop right now. So I'm going to push that one back. We literally have enough technology to push things back because we don't really have to have it right now. It's at a desperate cry that we actually have to have one. We already have a weatherproof screen right now. So let me go over here. That's going to be over soon too on top of that. And let's go over here and see what we got. All right, so we're keeping that's going back on the shelf. we're definitely keeping all the Alpha Cinemax. These are the ones I actually with our main screen paints. This is a inside technology, and these are outside. These are already pre-coated. The screen paint that we're going to make that allow you to do the inflatable screens, that's going to be pushed back. We don't need it right now. It's just too much. So it's just too much stuff. So we just need this, and this. And I am going to bring out the projector mapping because, again, since I'm going to be out there, I'm going to be talking to the art community, and it'd be nice for them to go to the site and see that technology sitting there waiting for them for projector mapping application. As for the Prism color screen paints, I'm going to wait around football season before we launch that because that is going to be a nice application for sports bars and man caves to have a screen paint colored to your team. I think that's going to pick up quite nicely for that one. So we don't need that right now. Let me see. So let me go over here and get all this. And let's see. I have several screens that I can order right now. I need to get those in here. I need to get, I really don't care about the smarter surface, white surface. I already know from the door it can't do that anyway. It just can't do anything it claims. It can't do any of that. If that were the case, we videos of that screen taken in sunlight. We look for screens that can absorb sunlight. We couldn't find any but ours. But I got the black surface over here, and that's what we really need. So let me see. This is the Eclipse. That's the 150 inches. This right here is the, what's this? That's this rail. We're gonna do that for next year. We don't need that now. That's not. And all as of after the summer sale is up, all gallons are being removed. Again, like I said, it's no point. These are basically majority of customers I deal with. They're 100 and 120 inch screens. The gallons do up to 100. Sorry, quarts do up 150 something, 50 inch screens. That's a pretty big screen. So that's as big as we're going to make them. The blackout cloth surface. Basically, this is a pre-coated surface for people who don't want to coat. It's also weatherproof inside and outside. The roll-on product that we make basically is for indoor use only. And then we're going to bring out the one for the projector mapping applications because I am going to be dealing with a lot with the art community and with that technology. And where did it go? Right here. So we're bringing that one back up right there. And that's pretty much it. These are off. These are off. Now, just one last message. You're going to be ignored, naysayers. It's too crazy. You're going to be ignored. You call my phone and carry on, we're not posting it, we're nothing. It's going to go straight to the FBI. That's where it's going. Any text messages, anything that comes up, we're just going to stack it up. We're not going to say anything about it. Go straight over to the FBI. They'll contact you later on because, like I said, since we have all your information and we know where you live at, they do too now. So we're just sending it over to them. Other than that, we're going to be working on certified screens only. I don't care about the gray paints. I don't care about the white screens. Well, we do care about the white screens. We literally have to do those all the time because, again, that's what majority of people have. But those gray paints, no. We're going to act like you don't exist anymore because there's no point me doing any side-by-side demonstrations or whatever. You don't get us credibility. Those big boy screens, they get us credibility. Like I said, we're going to a forum site and I say, hey, we're going against, and they'll be like, big deal. I can take dark gray paint, beat a gray screen, yeah, that'll come up. So yeah, but you're talking about a gunmetal certified screen? Yeah, it's a whole different category of screen. As I showed you when I took the black diamond 1.4 and stuck against that white surface, it's a whole category of screen. Publish this right here, so we're good. So we're pushing back the Infinity. This was a screen paint we're going to develop for inflatable screens. That's going to be pushed back. We don't need it right now. All right, that's already done. Let me see. Is it in the? Well, we leave it in the introduction page. We'll put a 2025 date on it because that's when it'll be coming out. All the gamer screens glass will be pushed back to 2025. AdTech is the only one that will be launching because AdTech is just about done. On top of that, like I said, I have investors already tied into AdTech, so they're very interested in that technology. As for the TV version of ad tech, that's also that's where it's going to be pushed back. So basically, you can't basically buy ad tech. Um, Ad tech is going to have its own website. So that website's only designed for company use only. So you come on there and you can't get it. Just put it away. A customer can't buy it. You have to be a company in order to obtain that. And it's used for advertising. That's what it's used for anyway. It's not a projection screen at the end of the day. Okay, this is all good. Let me see. Let's finish. I'm gonna change my containers out too. I'm gonna change my containers and let me see. I don't know if they do work. I'll buy those too on top of that. All right. Did I bring the whatchamacallit back? I did bring that back, didn't I? Let me see. So we're gonna be going pretty soon over to our Crystal Edge page. This needs to have price changes on here. We're going to have, let me see. So let me see. This one is going to be on the back burner. We'll wait for that for something. And this one right here. This one's going to be put on the company's account. So with the FLEVT, which is actually not going to be the real name, it is FLE, but the VT is going to be something completely different. That is going to be a site designed for somewhat more like for companies. Companies are redirected to go to that site. So this right here is a screen paint made for churches. So that's where that's going to be transferred to. And this site is just going to be dedicated for gunmetal technology. And that gives me a lot of breathing room, a whole lot of breathing, which means I don't have to do any more testing. I'm done. I don't have to do no more testing. All my stuff is already tested and done. All done. I'm finished. Because we're not making anything else new until 2025. All right, let me see. I'm going to have to make sure everything is on this side is good. So we're all good on this side. No. We need to go. Where's the other one? We just came out of a freaking which I'm about to say. I just came out of that. Like, where the freak did that go that fast? All right, let me see. All that's set up. All that's good. Let me see. We got anything in here mentioning the screen? Nope. Oh shoot, that's not supposed to be in. That's supposed to be out of there too. That ain't coming out until 2025 too. Man, I'm going to have to work hard to catch myself at the end of the day to keep from basically discussing that certain color screen. Now, I don't want anybody to think at the end of the day the reason why we stopped discussing that certain color screen is because it's a no, please don't do that, please. Okay, again, cancellations. Okay. Anyway, it's beneath us. That's why. It's not worth our time. We don't get credit for that. We get credit if we take our high grade certifies. That's what we get credit for. All right. Let me see. Oh, should be here somewhere. I know you are. I know you are. Who has help? Because when we're on site, white screens is pretty much all we're going to see. When I was on site, that's all I saw was white screens. Every single setup and just about every single environment was a white screen. Literally was a lot of white screens in that one place. There is not one. It's all white screens. Every single section of that whole area was all white screens. They even had a 200-inch motorized screen, which was huge. I think I showed it off on camera how big this thing was. How big the case was. It was gigantic. It was all white. White screens do good. They do extremely good. They do extremely good. You'd be surprised how with the white screens still. But the problem is you just can't see anything on them. That's it. Well, you can on a standalone. Did we just remove that? We did remove this, didn't we not? Let's go back in. Let's check again. I know we removed it. Just want to be making sure we removed it. I would like to test a dragonfly. Dragonflies, I've seen that those screens. They are beautiful screens. I would definitely want to test one against our product. Hopefully, maybe we'll be able to get one. Who knows? We might get lucky. We might get one. All right, let me say that again one more time. We don't need to, but why not? All right, let me see. Let's see. I know Elite Screen's got a nice collection in there. They got a really nice collection of screens in there. Vivid Storm sample sheet on Amazon. They butchered it. They butchered the daylights out of that one. It's supposed to be Vivid Storm. You can actually buy the sample sheets on there. Now, if I'm going to talk about a gray screen, it's going to be all certified. That's what they were talking about. And I want the best of the best when it comes to certified gray screens. Vivid Storm has a very, very good collection of screens. We've had these already before. This is a sample sheet. Elite got a nice little sample pack in there too. Whoop-de-doo. Whoop-de-doo. Let's see. Test materials at Vivid Storm. There we go. $39. Nice collection. We got the acoustics right here. These are the acoustics. Got acoustics in white, acoustics in gray. Got bone white. There's another texture white. There's the gray. Look at that gray right there. I have no idea what this one is. Oh, we need that one. Let me see. Well, we can't find our sample sheet of the Darkstar 9, but Elite Screens has amazing setup in there. Make sure everything's in there. It's goody gumdrops. Let me see. Elite Screens. Elite Screens. Elite's got good screens to check out. Let's go see what they got over here. See what's mentioned. Nope, didn't need all that. Didn't ask for all that, but thank you anyway. Let me see. Why are we... Seriously? We actually need this here? Alright, let me see. These are the acoustics transparent screens, but that's not what we want. We want the good ones. Darkstar 9. Yeah, right in there. There we go. That's a Darkstar 9. Darkstar 9 silver gray? No. We went to some darker than that. I can't be silver gray. Really? Nah. I'm missing something here. I'm glad you're missing something here. I remember having a Darkstar 9 silver gray. What do you know? There's a Darkstar 9 Ultra Short though too. That's silver and gray. Why are we changing that screen to silver and gray? What the heck was that? Ah, something ain't right here. That's supposed to be gunmetal technology. How are we silver and gray? What color is that supposed to be? Silver gray. I guess silver gray. The color, silver gray. Yeah, that would be it right there. Which is weird because they don't make them in silver gray. Well, that's a pretty silver right there. What the heck is this? Ooh, they got it in black? Oh, we never had it in black. It's a pretty color right there. That right there is a dangerous color. Extremely dangerous. I'm going to leave it alone. But that right there is a dangerous color. It's beautiful. Oh, it's a nice, beautiful color. It's a nice... Oh, look at that. Look. That's a beautiful color. I'm going to save you because I wonder if you got a black version of this. I need a challenge. Alright, let me see. Let me go back over here. Nope, over here. Let's go back here. It's a real beautiful color. You know what's beautiful about it? Contrast. It doesn't pick up, it's not going to pick 100% contrast, but the cat it does have a capability to pick up a darker shade. That's why. And it's light enough to pick up a high enough white level, which makes it really dangerous. Oh. Well, we need to get what we asked for. You see. So that's black silver. Ooh. Whoosh. 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 So what happened to the dark sonine? Like the dark sonine. I don't know if they're watching my videos. That's interesting. I wish I can find my old one. My old one have been around before this one. I heard of a dark sonine silver gray. Never heard of that. They must have just put that in there. Because I've never heard of that before, ever. And dark sonines are much darker than that. They're way darker than that. The one we have in our sample sheet is way darker than this. So they must have changed it. All right, these are $14. That's not bad. So I have to grab a couple of those. Let's see. Where's Supernova still access to? Let me see. DMP Supernova. DMP. All right. DMP Supernova. I should put down projection screens. Projection screens. Here we go. Here we go. I think the best one would be the Infinity and Blade. Oh, sorry, people. I'm falling asleep. I ain't that tired. I had to get back home. Alright, so I'm pretty sure we had an Infinity and Blade. Oh, gee whiz, if we lost those sample sheets. Those sample sheets are not easy to come by. They're very hard to obtain. They're not easy to come by. I wonder if the number's still intact. No, you're good, you're good, you're good. I'm here thinking. All right. Screens we already have here have already been tested, but I want to test the. We're going to be testing the on these screens. I'm definitely going to be testing. We have to make anything new. We're good with what we have. We'll be testing the Alpha Cinemax Black we have here, and the outdoor technology. That's all we need. That's it. One for outdoor, one for indoor. That's it. Oh, we need at least screens. We need a whatchamacallit, outdoor screen. We need the Yardmaster. I think you make it in gray. We need a gray version too. I paint screens. There we go. Thank you. Smarter surfaces. We have them already. Let me get my collection ready. This is my collection so far. Daylight screens right here, which we have an ultra short throw sample, one of the high grade ultra short throw screens. We've got smarter surface over here, the best of the best, which is a black screen. We've got both of those. black diamonds. We got the edge. This is the edge right here, and this surface right here. And we got 3 other screens here, including the black diamond itself with a 1.4 gain, which is the first one screen we tested against our products when we first started. We got into that field. So I'm going to stack my collection. So I think we're going to be getting next is paint on screen, goose screen, and let's see. But if I'm doing screen paints, I'm doing screen paint. People know goose screen, and they know paint on screens. These are screens that got weight behind them. Smarter surface is just coming up. But we got them ahead of time, which I'm glad I got them. As for the white screen, there's just no point in that at all, period. There's really just no point. No point. We go with the black technology they have. I want to go with for here. All right. We'll get right here. It's a black. They said have a black, but they really don't have a black. All right. All right, and let me see. Goose screen. Not dim screen. Gee whiz, how do you get dim screen and a goose screen? Oh. Wrong button. Definitely wrong button. Hold on for a minute, people. In the night, I walking in the rain and the snow, and there's no place to go, and the feeling I thought of you is feeling good. All right, let me see. Goose screen. I know what screen we have. We had it. I probably have it in storage. I really don't feel like searching for it. It's in boxes of boxes and boxes of boxes. Goose screen. System. Dark pink. Oh, this is a thing. Is there a black version of this one? Because I would like to go after the black version of this one. What the freak is this? It's on Amazon. This is something, oh man. Well, I'll tell you, you guys are so glad that I just made that decision to basically work on certified. Because man, I just found something really scary for the gray screen community. Gee whiz Louise, is there a black version of this? Because I want to do the black version so badly. I saw these pop up, right? And I'm like, okay, these are beautiful, beautiful colors. But that gray is freaking gorgeous. Now, like I said, at the end of the day, gray screens, no. But if it's going against another gray screen, that is a freaking nightmare waiting to happen. I told you. Look at this on Amazon. 32 ounces for $44. Do we have a black? Oh, please tell me they got a black version of this one. Please, 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 please. I want to test this against one of my screens. Look at the color. This is something new that they put up there. I like that green, different colors have, but this right here, oh, that is really nightmarish. They use this for silk screen. That's what they use it for. But it still can be used as a screen paint. And because it's a kind of like an ink product, it has bleed capabilities, which you need that to bleed into stuff, so it actually knits itself in quite well. That's very dangerous right there. Extremely. The color, look at the color. The color on it, that is sweet. That's the same way I thought about the network gray when I saw it. I was like, ooh, look at that. It got a perfect blend right there. Man, that is a nightmare for a gray screen. That is a nightmare. They call it a G2 gray. That's a nightmare right there. What's the gallons? The gallons are, oh, gee whiz. I feel sorry for you guys. I really do. A gallon of the stuff is $76.69. So It is literally cheaper than what you would spend if you were to get 2 quarts. This thing would be cheaper than 2 quarts. It's at a gallon. So if you don't see right there. But do we have this in black? That's what I'm concerned about. Who cares about the gray? You guys aren't going to test this anyway. I will. We got it in black. Please tell me we have it in black. Please, we have it in black. What we got here? What's the degree? We don't have it in black. What the freak? Seriously? Oh, this is how that sounds. I don't ever have anything to play with. That is messed up. What about us? What about us? I feel like the guy on Raven. What about what about me? What about Raven? What about I couldn't stand Raven. Raven got on my freaking nerves in wrestling. He got on my nerves. What about me? What about Raven? Quote the Raven evermore. Oh my goodness. Look, man, from a person who's been making gray screen paint for quite some time, this is a nightmare for you guys. Gee whiz Louise, that gray is freaking beastly. It's beastly. It is basic. Don't have a black version of this. Like, I feel cheated, man, at the end of the day. Like, we don't get a black at all, period. Oh, man, it would have been real nice. Really, really nice. Oh, my goodness. I can tell you from 8 ways from Sunday how I can convert this into so many different forms of gray paint. It's not even funny. Because the base on it is perfect. Oh, my goodness. I'm going to do a half and half on this. Now, this is it. If I was making gray paint at the end of the day, this would definitely be a half and half. This would be a half PPG. And half of this. I wouldn't have to put any black into it, which would be virtually, you wouldn't even need it at all, period. You wouldn't even need it. Now, if you're worried about the PPG, on the other hand, basically tainting the color of this, because PPG is actually, or PPG is very, very light, I would put about 1 scoop of black paint into PPJ, because that would basically change it. You would still have your silver, but it would still change it where you can darken a little bit, so that way when you mix them together on a half and half, it won't alter the color change. See, that's the problem with when people mix mica and water, mica turns into liquid silver. That's what that stuff turns into. And when you add water to it, all you do is just basically just add a lot of silver into black paint and you end up turning it gray instead of black. You have to be able to figure out how to add an element to it to keep the screen to produce a high enough white level, but the problem you have with that, the screen produces too much of a hot white level, especially if you're working on venues behind me, you're going to hot spot like there's no tomorrow. So you have to figure out how to get that to work. Yeah, it's going to be good luck on that one. That's a very interesting ordeal to go through. Well, not for us, but for most people, yeah, it's definitely a nightmare. But with this right here, if I was strictly like working with gray paints, how would I alter and change this? Well, like I said, the tone is gorgeous. I don't want to take away from this, but I do want to add some silver for a little pop in there, right? So what I would do is I would get that PPG. Now, PPG is very light. If you add this in it, so I'm like adding white paint to this, it's definitely going to change the tone. But if you take the PPJ alone, or PPG by itself, and separate it and basically put like a scoop of black paint, then you would alter that to make it a little bit darker, so when you drop it in here, it wouldn't even change the color. I could literally teach you guys how to make gray paint on so many levels, it's not even funny. Now, if you really, really, really want to spike this through the roof, then you get some silver mica. I would go with the white mica, not the silver, because the silver basically is just going to add too much to it, and then you may run into fear of hot spotting when using ultra short throw projectors. So they make a better mica that's kind of a white powder. That's what they make. So I would mix that instead. So what you would do is you take your PPJ, or PPG, or you want to call it, you put in about a little scoop of the white mica into it, and then you put some, I bet you're taking notes right now. Yeah, I'm probably teaching them how to make better paint. But anyway, altogether, I can teach you how to make the best at the end of the day, but a black screen's still going to crush your stuff, or any of those gunmetals over there, because, again, it's more higher, technology. If you're going to go down this road, yeah, this was what I would do. But anyway, PPG, or PPJ, or whatever you want to call it, that's silver. And you want to put a little black in there so you can tone it so it doesn't disrupt this, and put a little bit of white mica into it, and boom, that's it. Half and half. Because what people do is they put a couple teaspoons of silver in. You're never going to see that silver, ever. So you have to do half and half. That's what the half and half. Half of this, half of that. That's it. That's all you have to do. Boom. That's screen paint that fast. We don't have this, and the color on this is beautiful. Is there a video on this thing? Look at that color. Right there, look at that. That's beautiful. It's a beautiful color. The beautiful thing about this is the fact that because the shade is so dark, It's light and dark at the same time, that you really don't have to add any black paint to it, which means that's one element you don't need, and then that cuts down the whole measurement headache of trying to figure out how much black paint to put in, because you don't want it to be too dark and you don't want it to be too light, especially when you're dealing with gray screens. Not with black. Black technology is a little different. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Pretty easy. Anyway, they don't have the black one here. I wish they had a black version on here. Why don't we have a black version on here? It's discriminatory. It's not fair. I want a black version. Dot, 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 dot. See? They wouldn't even get excited like this. They see a gray on there, like, oh shoot, hope no one ever meant to see there's not a gray on it. Me, on the other hand, I get excited over this. Where's a black version of this? And I gotta call this company up and say, hey, do you have a black version of this? Because I would love to be to put this against my screen. Challenge accepted. Other than that, it's really nice. Let me see. You can change all that. You don't even need all that to begin with. Oh, really? Oh. Alright, it's pretty cool. Alright, cool. Look at that. Look at that color. That color is absolutely perfect tone right there. That's perfect tone. Now, if you weren't able to write that entire grease, but I wrote down, I am not writing it down. Sorry, people. Just picking stuff off the top of my head. But it's easy to upgrade that right there. It's so easy to upgrade it. Look at that color. That color is beautiful. I saw this when I was passing through, and I saw this on top of a little circle. I don't know what it was. Some kind of circle they had it on. They painted it on. And, man, it's a beautiful color. Easy to use. Okay. It's water-based too. So it's used for screen painting, screen printing, but still same somewhat product. If it is a little off on it, that's why you put the PVG, and the PVG causes it to balance. That's why. Oh, it's thick. Oh, wow. I thought it was going to be very thin coming out, but look how thick it comes out. Look at that pour. Look how thick it came out. That's really good. That's extremely good. Hold on, let me get this back here for a minute. Let me see that when it poured out. Look at this. Oh, I wish we had a black version of this. That is not fair. Look at this. Look how it pours out. That is really thick. I thought it was going to be really, like a really thin liquid, but it's not. Oh, shoot. Did you see that right there? Did you know how smooth that just went on? And they have this thing in gray? Y'all doomed. Y'all are so doomed, it's not even funny. I didn't want to talk about this. I'm not going to talk about it, but you're doomed on so many levels, it's not even funny. Your gray screens are screwed. Yeah, either the house paints were a nightmare. What the freak? This right here is beautiful. And it goes on super smooth. He didn't even use a paintbrush or a roller. He just scraped it in, and that thing went against it, even though they used for silk screening. But yeah, the application is actually fantastic. It's nice and thick. I thought it was going to be a little runny and a little watery. Gee whiz, you wouldn't even have to put in any whatchamacallit to that. You would literally just have to put in just some basically white mica, and you're done. That's it. That's all you need. You don't even have to put in nothing at all. I'm thinking it was very, very thin. And if it's very, very thin, that means you have to put a thicker base into it to give it some kind of structure. So that's what the PPJ is used for. But anyway, PPG, everyone want to call it. I think it's PPG. But this right here, the way it went on, oh, this is crazy. I've got to see this. This is crazy. Even though it's used for, look at this. Even though it's used for screen printing, for t-shirts. Yeah. That's a nightmare. That's a freaking nightmare right there. Why can't we be a part of that nightmare? Why we don't have it in black? Oh, we would crush that stuff, or we wish we had it in black. I'm going to call their company up and see if they got it in black. They got to have a black version of this. You wouldn't even need this because you're not using it for that purpose. This is for the purpose of basically if you're using it for screen printing. But what makes this so dangerous, because I thought this was thin and like a thin base. It's not, it's very thick. And if he was able to cover that surface without a roller or basically a brush, he just, and it came on that smooth, it had no streaks in it, nothing. And it's in gray. Look at this, look at this, look at the pour out. Look how thick it came out. Now watch this. Watch how smooth it goes on. A piece of glass. It went like a piece of glass. There you go. You're going to have to drop your prices under the 44 mark. That's going to do it for you right there. I guarantee it's going to do it for you. In fact, they have it in gray. It makes it even worse. That's one side. Sheesh. Now, for me, I don't care because we're designed to take all that out with no problem. But if you have a gray screen, that's going to be a nightmare for you. And they have it in gray, and it's smooth. It is very smooth. I wonder what that stuff would like spraying on with a paint cannon. Interesting. I'm definitely going to be saving this. I'm going to call their company and see if we can get one in black. Because that would be interesting. I want to see if we can get a black screen. Give me this right here. There we go. When did they get this? This must be something new. Never have 4K. What did I come on here for? 4K screen, so much on. So, got this one already. We did this one black screen. Paint on screen. Oh, paint on screen. Here we go. Paint on screens. Paint on screens. We've been here before. That's where I saw it. It popped up right over here. Right next to this. The smarter surface right there. But we're paying for the other one. I'm gonna box those cells. Paint box. Give me box. Give me box. Give me box. In a box. Box. In a box. Bum, 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 bum. All right. All right, I'm gonna go grab something to eat because I'm falling asleep over here, and I'm gonna go make some phone calls because there's 3 of them I can get my hands on right now. The Elite Screens sample. Let me see. These gotta be paid for. So I remember seeing the Dark Star 9 Silver Gray. I've never seen the Dark Star Silver Gray. If they changed it, because it's usually the Dark Star 9. It never says Silver Gray next to it. Unless they're not claiming it as being gunmetal. They're way darker than this. So what the heck is this? Now I gotta try and find my original sample sheet. Because I've never seen a Silver Gray. If that's the case, that thing is not going to withstand any. It won't even take the gunmetal screen on. I remember this thing being really, really dark. They've had to change it because I don't remember a silver gray. I remember they're much darker than that. So let me see. Look right here. Ain't no silver gray in that. Oh. Impact for golf. You don't need that. I'll take on the whites. That'll be good for that for demonstration. We had the Polar Star. We had the Super Bright. We had the Star Brights. We had both of those. Let me see. Right here, the Dark Star 9s. There's that Ultra Shred Throw. There's that Super Bright. Elite's Dark Star 9. to do. All right, grab something to eat, because man, I got some homework to do. All right. That's my last update. I was going to do a spray on demonstration. It's not necessary because we're not going to bring the screen out. The Infinity, Superior Infinity screen we're going to design for spraying on inflatable screens. Now we're going to push that back because I got way too much to do. We got enough technology as it is. We don't need to make anything else. I got the screen paint for projector mapping applications, which means I can get back to rebuilding my vortex with LED lights and all that crazy stuff. And the volcano, get back to that because I have to get that done for some art demonstrations. And we have the Alpha Cinemax, which is fully tested, ready to go. And the other product, which is going to be the, what's the screen? Oh yeah, the pre-coated screens. We're actually going to upgrade that to 150 inches. So I got a 100-inch right here right now. I'm going to coat that surface and make it a half and half. So we can do it on demonstrations to show the difference of what happens if you don't have the coating on it. Darkness, my friend. So then I have to get my collection on. So it's time for me to track down the rest of the screens I don't have in my collection, so I can start testing my screens against the certifies. I should just go with all the dark screens. If we go with the the gray screens, well, we're gonna need a couple grays. I want a couple gray certified screens. Well, I can hear right now talking about not them, it's my other people on the forum site have been saying, well, why would you test that screen? You know that screen's not gonna be able to compete with that. That's just pointless. Yeah, it's definitely going to come up. I ain't gonna mention the company, but there was a company that made it. Not Dream Media, not the Dragonfly. They made it hard for us to get it. We're still having trouble trying to get that surface. But there was another company. They did make it almost impossible for you. I'm surprised I actually got 4 of them. Really surprised I got 4 of them. You know, just a basic side by side. That's all it is. Just seeing exactly which screen is better. And like I said, we get more credibility for those screens. It's interesting, on the forum sites, they talk about these high screens all the time. But out there, they don't really pick them up. Too many people don't talk about them. It's all white screens out there. That's all white screen territory out there. I've never bumped into one of these screens out there, not one time. I'm mostly all white screens. High performance outdoor projection screens. When I say outdoor, we get all indoor. I said outdoor projector screens. What are we getting here? Which is interesting about this is that all these screens, every single one of them is white. Every single one of them. Every single one is white. Every last one of the screens are designed to fail. Can't see contrast, can't put them color, and the white levels come up way too high, where basically using projectors of high lumen kills the screen. And that's why we're going to do a half and a half. I'm going to do a half and a half today on my screen over here. Every single one of them is white. I have no idea where does this idea come from that the white screen is going to work outside. So for us, this is our field right here. this is what we have to pretty much be able to dominate. It's not going to be a problem. Every screen out here, we coat that black technology is going to be to function in a whole nother level. But the thing is they don't know us. They don't know us out there at all, period. Out there in their backyard, they don't know us. The only way they know me is if I pop up on YouTube on their cell phone or computer. It's the only way they know me. That's the reason why we're getting out there. What is? All right, let me see. 125. I'm gonna get ready to get set up to coat this thing. I'm gonna do my half and half on it. We need a half and half on the indoor too on top of that. What to do? All right, I'm going to paint this outside. I'm just going to have it on camera, but at least you'll be able to see it in the video demonstration. And 150 inches are available now on the website because, again, it's a coating that was already designed. It's already done. It actually is one. It's a chemical I'm actually about to spray on the surface right here. So it's already done. It's just a 150-inch version of it. Where are the sprayers at? Hello, darkness, my old friend. You had people saying, well, you're doing 100 inches, can't get anything bigger than 100 inches? Yeah, I got you. And we got them at 150. And they still come with free shipping. But to show you the impact, because every time I go out there, I got to put the white surface against it. No, we're going to paint half of that screen over here. That's why I ordered it. We're going to paint half of it with the technology. Other half going to leave just the way it is. You know what? Since we're not going to bring the other one out, it does alienate it right there. But I'm not making another one. I don't want to make another one. There's too much work involved. All right. This is what we can do. Because you're still going to have people want to paint their screens at the end of the day. You're still going to want people. Some people are going to want to have it already painted, and some people are going to want to have it already painted. And we basically make the technology on this side only designed that it's already pre-coated by us, but the Alpha right here does not have the capability. It does have the capability to become weatherproof. We can literally make this stuff weatherproof. Heck, we can make it transparent if we want to. So what we'll do is we'll bring the Alpha back to weatherproof. Because if it's weatherproof, that means that gives the customer the option to be able to paint. Okay, so put this in a way that you can understand. See that screen right there? You're stuck with that. The only way you're going to be able to coat that with our technology is you can't. Because if we remove the other screen paint, which was supposed to be designed for that, and I don't have time to do the testing, the Alpha did have weatherproof capabilities, but we removed it for the new technology. It can be added in again. But if we make them all pre-coats, which one we have over here, good luck on painting this with our technology because we don't have the paint to do it. Because Alphas don't have that capability anymore because we removed it. But we can give the Alpha that capability, which means this screen right here, so that cardboard can now have the ability to be able to become weatherproof, and it will be able to coat this with no problem. Which means we can make it so that basically it has the ability to spray on a, what do you call it, inflatable screen. We can upgrade our technology at will. We have that capability. Like I said, Element 77 allows us to alter and change anything we want. We can take old ingredients and we can actually upgrade them to new. We have that capability. Ah, snap. See, domino effect. Definitely always domino effect. Which means we're going to have to keep the gallons in there. Yep. Because the gallons are going to be, if you do this at 32s, it'd be virtually impossible to have it at 32s, especially if you have screens that are going to be much bigger than that, around 200 inches. So be it. At least I got to test the other one. I can move that all the way back to 2025. Make that an Omega. I need my Canon first. Where's my Canon at? I'm just getting some stuff set up just so you on camera anyway. Where's the Canon? I literally just had it. I literally just had the Canon in my hand. Oh, here it is, right here. No. Where is the freaking Canon? Oh, come on. Gee whiz Louise. Jeez. Oh, here it is. Of sounds. He was saying, he can't do that. Yeah, that's a freak I can do that. Sure, you'd be surprised what I can do. I just showed you how to make an advanced gray screen paint just off the top of my head. I'm using basically a screen silk paint. You can convert that into a gray screen paint with no problem. I'm trying to turn chalk paint into a projection screen. It actually works. And on top of that, you can write on the screen if you want. But again, like I said, it's no point. And pretty sure people are going to go back and rewind this video to figure exactly what I just said out of my mouth, because I'm not writing it down. Let me see. Alright, there we go. Now, and if anyone's speaking bogus about my gray screen paints, my paints were more popular than... Oh, see? I gotta catch myself on that. Told you. I gotta catch myself. I gotta treat them like they don't exist. Alright, here we go. Got the baby ready. My screen done. I'm going to go fly out and go get myself something to eat. Got to go. Thank you for your time, and God bless.